Surprise, motherfucker. What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Venger Satanis. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos. How's it been going? Let's see. There's stuff on my blog. Get right to that. The blog post that is a session report for our last game on Saturday. If you scroll down, it goes from talking about experience and something I've been trying that's new for me, and then it gets into immersion and psychocosm, and it just goes into a tangent about what role-playing games are for and how to get the most out of them. So I'll put the link in the description below. I suggest you read that. It's also a really good recap of the events that happened in the game. I know my session reports aren't like some others that I've read. There's a lot that goes into our game, and I sometimes talk about the way I run it, or choices I made, or things that are important. It just gives you an idea or a window into how I run the game, which I know is a lot different than other game masters. But anyway, this video is actually not about that. This isn't the reason that I made the video. I created some new Chult X cards because I will be in GaryCon in Lake Geneva very soon, next month. I think it's only like 3.5 weeks away, something like that. So it's coming up soon. I made 2 sets that I just finished and I'm very happy with. I made a little something else for myself, I guess. It fits with the color scheme. You'll see in a minute. All right. So this is, we're in the craft room right now, so you can kind of see how messy it is and whatever. Okay, so this is the Eldritch card. See, this is the front. This is the back. And I decorated it with one of the aesthetic textures that I like and color schemes. Gonzo, see the back there. And oops, I'll just move this closer. There you go. Science fantasy. Post-apocalypse. So I'll have my own set, but I'll have these there to both show people and to sell. I'll probably sell these for $20 each set. Humor. And I really like how these turned out. I'm going to make more of them. This is wood. This is kind of a thinner wood than the first set I worked on over a year ago. You got your sleeves. And I'll probably get this again because it's not as flimsy, obviously, as paper like cardstock, but it's not as immovable or rigid as the slightly thicker wood that I was using. Pop culture. And should be grindhouse exploitation, but I wasn't thinking clearly, and I started writing exploitation, and I realized, oh, if I put grindhouse up here, that's going to throw everything off with like the layout, and I didn't have any extras, and so I didn't want to like cross it out because that would look shitty. So this one is just exploitation grindhouse instead of grindhouse exploitation. I mean, really, it's a distinction without a difference, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's one. This is going to be deja vu all over again because this is the exact same, except each card is unique and random because of even if I use the exact same methods at the exact same time, it's going to look slightly different. I'll go through these quicker. So you got your Gonzo. Science fantasy. Post-apocalypse. And for people that don't know, Chult X cards is now it's free PDF on DriveThru RPG. I think it's also featured in Advanced Crimson Dragon Slayer, the OSR rule set that I use. And basically, unlike normal X cards where you remove content that you don't want, this allows the player to to bring in content that you do want. So let's say, a scenario is in progress and you're at a particular encounter, or maybe you're in the middle of a scene, and you want, you want a little more post-apocalypse in this particular moment, or in the upcoming moments. You stimulate one of those, and then the game master comes up with something. Sometimes the player that stimulated a card has their own ideas about what they'd like to see. Sometimes someone else at the table, another player, comes up with something that they want to suggest. The game master has the final authority, and so it basically falls on him to come up with something if no one else has that fits that. And you just kind of doing the best you can, shoehorn that aesthetic key into the game. If you can't do it like immediately right then and there, then what I do is I start thinking about it, and then for the next thing, or the thing between the thing. So let's say you're in a certain like cave, an encounter is in progress, and then someone pulls up like sleeves or something like that, and you don't have anything like off the top of your head, or it just doesn't fit like right now. And by the time they get to the next cave, there's going to be like, I don't know, some social interaction encounter with NPCs. But maybe that's not really like a good place to put the sleeves either. So maybe in between there, the tunnel leading from cave A to cave B, there's some red hot, super hypersexual gypsies that appear from a portal, or maybe you just run into them in the tunnel, or the thief finds a secret passage leading to a cave full of, and maybe there's like some sort of Conan Thulsa Doom type orgy happening, or something like that. It's fun. It's, obviously it's improv heavy. It's not for every table, but for those tables that like injecting improvised content, and that want to better adhere to the aesthetic keys of Chult, of which these 8 are derived, it's kind of perfect. And then as a reward or benefit from stimulating one of these cards, the player who did that gets a little token, like a polished fuchsia stone, which represents in our game divine favor, and that's good for a reroll. Okay, last of all, before I go, I'll show you a few minutes later. That was terrible, but you get the idea. That's from SpongeBob. It's a time card. A few minutes later. That was a little better. With the French accent and all that. So there you go. I gotta go in a minute, pick up the kids, but yes, I will have those, and I'm gonna make more because those were fun to make. I like the color scheme, and obviously I have future ideas for new color schemes. So I'll be at GaryCon. I'll have those with me to show off and to sell, and maybe if there's time, I'll make a few more. before the convention, but we'll see. I've got a lot of writing and preparing to do as well, because I really overbooked myself. I think I have at least 5, I think I have 6 games that I'm running. Most of them are only 3 hours, but still, that's a lot of game mastering. That's a lot of content. Okay, have a good one.